Hi, welcome to my channel, Zaza Line. My name is Janita. In today's video, we are going to be working on this bag, small bag or a purse. It has adjustable strap. It has this nice textured fabric, which I will show you how to make this. This is just a simple vinyl, but I made it a little more eye-catching. So this is how it looks in the bag, just very simple. It's a small bag. This lock we have never done before, so this is the very first time we are gonna be doing this, and it has a nice wide opening. There is a divider, it's fully lined, and very simple closure. You just push this in and close. That's it. Yeah, so this is it. Very simple project, but I think it turned out very cute. Oh, I don't know if I showed you the pocket here. So we have one small pocket, and you can decide if you want to have the pocket on the front or if you want to have it in the back. So that's up to you. However you design it or you have it, you have the option to have it in the front or in the back. And yeah, so we are working on projects like this, mostly sewing different items every week. So please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Hit the like button, comment below. I would love to hear from you. Let's get started on this cute little bag. Okay, so let's go over all the things we will need for this project, and that's first of all the pattern, where you can find it on zazalinestudio.com. Then we will need a zipper pull, we need 2 rectangles, strap adjuster, and some kind of lock. And it's up to you if you want to use a magnetic lock or you want to use this closure, this kind of lock that is used for purses and wallets, or you can just use a snap closure. Okay, so we are gonna work on pieces, and that would be A and C, and this is the exterior panels. And I am using faux leather. You can use vinyl, you can use whatever you want, and you can totally skip this process, this next step, but it just it's gonna add a little you know, the little glamour. So basically what I did, I took my chalk, and I have a mat with 45-degree angle, and then I just follow the 1-inch increments, and I went down, then I switched it on the other side, again 45-degree angle, and then I did the lines on the other side. So I prepped both of them, and I'm gonna use my foam. So this one doesn't have any glue, it's just a foam that you have to sew in, and because we are gonna attach these two pieces together and we are gonna follow the lines, it will attach to the external piece. Okay, so once we are done with these two panels, we are gonna put this one on the side, but now you can see it creates a nice effect, kind of like a 3D effect. So we are gonna grab the B panel, and don't forget it is cut on fold, so it's twice as big. So this is how it goes. There is an interfacing, and I was using the fleece, fusible fleece on both sides. And now we are gonna place this on this side, so it's gonna look like this. So let's place the good sides together. We will sew on this side, then we will do the same thing on the other side. So we are basically gonna sew these 2 long lines. We want these 2 pieces to be attached to the middle part. Okay, so when we are done attaching the two panels. Now we are gonna go back and we are gonna do top stitch on both sides. Okay, so once we are done top stitching, we are gonna prepare for the pocket, which is gonna be here. We are gonna grab panel F and F1. So the F1 is a see-through interfacing, and we need this interfacing. It has to be see-through because we are gonna trace this image. So we will take a pen, and you want to put it the glue dots down, because we are gonna be fusing this with our other panel. So let's just trace this image. Okay, so once we trace the image on the interfacing, we are gonna put this away. Don't forget, again, it's cut on fold, so it's gonna be twice as big. Now we are gonna turn it. This is my good side, this is my wrong side. So let's put it the wrong side up. We traced it. We are gonna turn it upside down, so we have more space on the top, and we are just gonna line up the edges. We will take it to the ironing station, and we are gonna fuse the interfacing to the panel. Okay, so once we fuse it together, we are gonna take our external panel. We will find the midlines on both sides, and then we will line up the notches and take it to the machine. And the rectangle that we just traced, we are gonna sew. We will follow the line, and we are just gonna sew a rectangle. When you are turning in the corners, just make sure you stick your needle in and then turn, and do it in all four corners. So once we are done with the rectangle, we are gonna fold it in half, and now we are gonna cut the line in the middle with the triangle. So let's just make a little cut, then we will get inside. And then cut the triangle and get all the way to the corner here, and on the other side the corner, and the same on the other side. So just follow the line. Okay, so once we are done and we have a nice big opening that looks like this, we are gonna push the fabric inside. We will turn it around, and it's gonna be a little bit more tricky than when we are using just regular cotton, because we have quite a bulk in there. So just do your best, expose the opening here. Okay, and you want to make sure that the lining is inside, it's not showing on the outside. And I would suggest you take it to the ironing station and you just make it nice and flat. Okay, so now we have the window exposed, and we will work on the zipper. We are going to take the zipper and the zipper end, and let's place it in. Sometimes it's a little tricky. Usually it helps when you put it on the table. You just want to put one in and then the second one. There we go. And the zipper pull is in. Now we will use double-sided tape, and let's just put the double-sided tape on the top, on the very, very top edge of the zipper. Okay, just squeeze it, make sure it's gonna stay in. Okay, and now we are gonna make sure that the zipper pull is facing left. Now we are gonna place this window on top of the zipper, like so. And I can remove my clips now. And so basically the tape is gonna help us to keep the zipper in place. Okay, so now when we are done with the top, we will open it up. And we will put the tape on the other side of the zipper. Now we are going to be working on the bottom. So again, the very top edge. And we will place it back. Let's remove the clip. Okay, and this is how it should look like. So now we will take it to the machine and make sure that this fabric, this piece is laying flat. And we will go to the machine and we are gonna do a nice rectangle, nice top stitching. Okay, so once your zipper is in, we will turn it the other way and we will place the bottom part up. We will clip it in place and we are just gonna sew around these sides, but make sure you don't sew it on the bottom. You kind of want to do it separately like this. Okay, and that's it. The pocket is done. So when we open it up, we have a nice lined pocket. And on the other side, just make sure that you sew this independently. So you don't sew it on the external panel. So the pocket is kind of like you go around and you have to lift up the fabric. And once we are done with this piece. Now we are going to be working on the inside divider. So you need lining and interfacing. And I am using actually exterior panel just to make it a little more visually interesting. So this is going to be the divider, and you cut it on a fold. So it's going to be twice as long. But it says the interfacing. And because I'm using medium weight interfacing, which is kind of a little stiff, I just used half. If you have something a little lighter, like a lighter interfacing, you can do the whole side. But I just did half. I fused the interfacing, and now what we are gonna do, we will open it up and we will place the good sides together, and we will go to the machine and we will sew 1 centimeter all around, but we are gonna leave this open, so this is gonna stay open. We are not gonna sew in this area. So once we are done stitching all around, we made this opening, so we kept it open, and now we are just gonna cut the corners. Don't go all the way to the stitching, make sure you don't cut the stitches. And now we will reach through the opening and we will flip it inside out. So once we flip it inside out, you can press it down with hot iron, push out the corners so they are nice and sharp. And then we have this tiny little opening. So we are just going to go to the machine and we are going to close it down. So once this side is closed, we are going to put this on the side and we are going to bring back the C panel. So we have the exterior lining and interfacing. So we already did the interfacing, and again that was optional, but it's going to give us this interesting visual effect. And then lining, and what we will do, we have the good side of the lining and that goes down. So there are two good sides will be facing each other, and we are going to go to the machine and we are just going to stitch here 1 centimeter seam allowance. We are going to leave this open, and once we are done stitching, we are going to do tiny little notches. Make sure you don't cut in the stitching, but we will do it only around the curved sides, and then we will flip it inside out. And again, we can go back to the hot iron and press it down. Make sure if you have vinyl, you don't press on this side. You just go very lightly on this side, on the lining, on the cotton. And then once we are happy and it's all nice and flat, we will go back and we will do top stitching right here on the bottom. Okay, so once we are done top stitching, we are going to put this on the side and we are going to work on strap connectors. So I already prepped one, so I'm going to use my rectangles, and we will need our double-sided tape again, and we will do the edges on both sides. Okay, and press down so the glue actually attaches to the fabric, and then you will peel it. One side, other side. Yeah, if you don't press hard enough, the glue is not gonna stick. There we go. And now we are gonna take the rectangle, and it is 1 inch. So we will try to get the 1 inch, and I'm just following my lines here, and I think this is pretty good. Okay, there we go. So we will take it to the machine and we will just stitch the ends, so on both sides. Now we are going to be working on the strap. So you can either use a webbing as a strap or you can make your own. So I have 3-inch wide strap and or fabric, and then I fold it down about 1 centimeter on each side, centimeter or half inch, so a little bit over 1 centimeter. And I did it on both sides. You go to the hot iron and you press down so it's easier to manage. And then all you have to do is just you place them together, and it depends what kind of hardware are you using. I'm using 1 inch for all my hardware, so I have to make sure that everything is gonna fit in the 1 inch. And this is my strap adjuster, so I want to make sure that it's gonna fit in and it's the perfect size. So then I'm gonna connect both ends. I will go back to the machine and I'm gonna do 2 lines, one here and one here. Okay, so our strap is done and we can start putting things together. So let's bring all the pieces and we will put them together. Okay, so now we are gonna connect these straps and the front flap. And we are gonna do it on the other side from the zipper, because the zipper is gonna be in the back and this is gonna be at the front. So the zipper pocket is on the bottom, and now we are gonna take one and we will place it right where the 2 fabrics meet. So right on the edge. And do the same thing on the other side. And so we are first gonna sew this in place. And once they are inserted, we are gonna find a midline here and midline here. We are gonna flip this front flap down so the good sides are facing each other. And now we will just connect the little notches, the midlines. We will clip it in place. And we will go back to the machine and we are gonna attach this piece. Okay, so now once the front flap is attached and we have the strap connectors underneath, we are gonna introduce another panel, and that's D, and this is the last one. And again, it's cut on fold, so it's going to be twice as big, and you just want to make sure that these 2 pieces are equal in size. So let's flip it on the other side, and let's just measure and make sure, so we can make some adjustments, and it is the perfect size, so they should be equal. So if you followed the 1 centimeter seam allowances, you should be okay. If for some reason you have the lining a little bit bigger, you can just cut it off and make it nice and even. So now this part is we will turn this so we can see it from the front panel. We will take the lining, and the lining, the good side of the lining goes down. So again, the good sides will meet, and we are gonna place it on top. We will clip it all around, and we are just gonna leave opening on the side. So you can choose whichever side, right or left, but we are gonna leave about 4 or 5 inches opening on one side. Otherwise, we are gonna go all around with 1 centimeter seam allowance. Okay, so once we are all done and we left the spacing on the side, we are gonna cut the corners again, so we have a nice sharp corners. And we will do that in all 4. And then we will turn the whole thing inside out. Okay, so once you turn it inside out, this is how it should look like. The one side is still open, so we can put clips in there and you can iron it just to make it more manageable. Now we will take it back to the sewing machine and we are gonna top stitch all around. Okay, so once you top stitch all around, at the same time you are gonna close the gap that we had on the side, and now we are gonna fold it so this is flush with the flap. So we will make sure that it's the same distance from the top to the bottom. We will secure it in place, and we will do the same thing on the other side. So again, we will fold it under, and we want to make sure that it's gonna go straight down from the flap, and we want to make sure this is the same length as this one. And we will go back to the sewing machine, and we will just on the very edge, we are gonna sew the sides just to make the little peaks. So right in here. Okay, so once we are done sewing on the sides, now we are gonna fold it again and we are gonna measure 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters. So 1 inch is right in here, and let's use our good old clips. And we will measure 2.5 centimeters. So 2.5 centimeters or 1 inch. And we will measure that on both sides. So we will do the same thing on this side. So we have 1 inch. And then we are going to go back to the machine and we will do exactly the same. We will just want to sew little peaks. So we are going to sew right here at the edge and right here at the edge. Okay, so once we have the peaks done, so this is how it should look like. It should fold in kind of by itself. And we are going to take the divider that we have done earlier, and we will keep the nice smooth edge on the top, and the one that we had to close down the gap we will put on the bottom. And now we will just clip it in place, and it should work out so it's kind of in the middle. So let's try it out. There will be few centimeters from the top, and then once we fold it, it should fold in nicely. Yes. So just about 1.5 centimeters from the top, and now we will clip the edges and it should come in nicely. So this should lay flat and the edges should end up at the same spot. So we will clip it in here and then here. Then we will fold it. And we will find the edge on the top. So these edges should come in together. This is going to be a little tricky. And you can pull it out like this. So we will do one side at a time. Okay, just like this. So it should come on the top. On the bottom, make sure that it comes all the way on the bottom, and then we will have a little space on the top. So it's not gonna come, it's designed so it's not gonna come all the way to the top, but about centimeter below, just like that. Okay, so we will go to the machine and we will stitch all the layers together. So once this side is stitched, we are gonna push it in, and we will do exactly the same thing on the other side. So we will fold these tops, so the top will meet at the same spot. So start at the top and then see where the bottom kind of falls. And there. And we will go back. You can pull it out a little bit so it's easier to sew, and we are gonna sew right in here. So now once we have this side done too, we will push it inside, and we are just gonna extend the peaks, so the sides that we did before, and that's kind of a guideline where it should fold. So this is how it should end up. So we have this fold inside, and this is fold inside, and it kind of falls in place because we did stitch the sides. And now the last thing, so when we open it, we have a nice wide opening, and then it kind of closes by itself. And then we will close it, and last thing, not last thing, but the closure. So I'm gonna put my log This is the one that you close like this, but you can do any type of closure you want. And I have to stretch it a little bit. And I will prepare the spot right in here, like right in the middle. Okay, so what I had to do is cut out the hole that is as big as this log. And this will go on the outside. This is the edge. We can push it in. And then I will place this on top, and I have my screws. And I'm gonna just screw it in. Okay, so now once we screw this in, this is how it looks on the inside. This is how it looks on the outside. It's flush with the edge. And now we are gonna find where we are gonna put this second part. So we have 2 screws, and we are gonna place them right in there. And this is gonna close, and that's how we close the back. So we just have to find where is the spot. And I think this right underneath the zipper would be fine. So I'm gonna find my midline, and I'm gonna make 2 marks for the 2 screws. So now once we marked these 2 screws, we will open up the zipper because we don't want to go through all the layers, and we are gonna go here. So we are gonna take our little reaper, either that or we can just make holes, which I can probably, I will do the holes. Okay, so I just finished up the bottom part. So I went through the pocket, and this is how it looks on the inside. There are 2 screws. I just had to make 2 holes. And now when we want to close it, very simple closure. And you can buy these on my website, zazalinestudio.com. I'm selling these twist logs or logs. And yep, the last thing is the strap. So we have a nice big pocket inside. We have the divider, and when we want to close it, very simple closure. We have a nice zipper that is showing through. And now we are gonna do the adjustable strap. So we are gonna take our strap adjuster, and first of all, let's go on the side here. And what we will do, just wrap it around and simply stitch right in here. Okay, so once this side is done, we are gonna attach the strap adjuster. Make sure this is not twisted. We are gonna go in, make it nice and flat. Good. Now we are gonna take our adjuster, and we will go over the bar, just like so. And then you are looking at it the right way. We will go under, and then let's make it a little bit bigger. Make sure it's not twisted. And then we will go under this bar again. So let's make a little bit more space here. So just loosen this up. And again, make sure it's not twisted. Let's double check. Okay, this is not twisted. We will loosen it up. And then we have this middle bar. So we will go over this bar. So in the loop, we are gonna do another loop. So we have double loop. We have the outside loop, and then we have the inside loop. And here we will fold it, and so right in here. Okay, and so once you are done sewing, we can put it in the right place, how it's supposed to be like. Let's hope it's not twisted. And voila, there we go. We have a beautiful strap, and we can enjoy this beautiful little bag. So this one is a small bag, purse, wallet, not really wallet, but a little handbag. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and if you liked my videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, comment below, and if you subscribe, you're not gonna miss any of the future videos. I'm usually trying to post one video a week, and yeah, I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.